All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble. It's another Thursday Night Live with your host, Kenman. Dan Kenman. Is that me? Is this on? What's happening, everybody? How are we doing? This is the mood we're in today. What's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? What's everybody up to? Here we go. Of course, highly caffeinated, solid stuff. I posted a video late today. Was editing another one. Didn't like it. I'm gonna redo part of it. Something was, whatever. And so I was like, I'm just gonna film one from the car quick and talk about some stuff that's on my mind. I posted that up just a little bit ago. How many of you saw it already? I saw a bunch of you. Must have got the notification. We're kind of hanging out before the live started up and jumped on and watched it. Just kind of updating, talking about the channel, asking for feedback. Made it into a format of a video that I ramble on a little bit because I didn't have a script, you know what I mean? And just kind of, we just wing it here. I don't know what I'm about to talk about right now, to be honest. Actually, it's probably knives. It's probably knives. Who saw the video for this? This is one of the last, get my eyeball in there. One of the last from the Kevin Smith and Knives collection. Get those sent back to Kevin pretty soon here. Sharif Manganas. Am I saying that right? Manganas? Manganas? I think it's Sharif Manganas. No offense if I do pronounce anything wrong ever. I always try to do my best. Hope someone spells it phonetically in the chat. And then it's one of those things where we talk about, like, is it Migaron? Is it Migaron? Is it concept? Is it concept? Is anybody really right? Is anybody really left? I'm a lefty all day. Started learning baseball. Had like a bat and a glove, or I don't know what it was, when I was all of, I don't know, 4, something like that. And my mom tells me that basically they set me up righty and I instantly just turned around just this way. And then instantly tried to put the glove on the other hand. Like, I knew I was lefty right away. No denying it. Here we are. All left-handed people are in their right minds. So there's that. I got that going for me, which is nice. But is the right mind the correct mind? What is this? I don't want to start a... How is everyone doing today? Lovely Thursday. So many things swirling in my brain, just like every day. My sound is good. Everything's coming out adequate. Full adequacy. Dylan's twin is a lefty, but you are not, so you guys are kind of bop bop. Born left-handed, forced to be a pirate. There are some things I kind of wish. I started playing guitar seriously, I guess in 6th grade. I got a guitar and really kind of started enjoying it a lot and playing in my free time. And being a lefty, it's like, well, I want to play left-handed. And it's like, well, you just get a right-handed guitar. And I'm like, well, Jimi Hendrix didn't play right-handed, right? And so, like, if I'm left-handed. I was diehard lefty, so it's like I stayed true. If I can get a left-handed guitar, that's what I want. So my first guitar was strung upside down. So it was strong lefty, but it was a righty. It was cheap. And I don't know how long it was, maybe a year or two Parents saw that I was serious about it, and then they actually helped invest in a nice left-handed guitar for me, which is cool. Still have it today. Awesome guitar. But you go to the guitar store or guitar center, or you're at a party or somewhere and there's a guitar. Oh, Dan plays guitar. Play something. Nah, I can't. It's not on that guitar. And anywhere you go, they're all going to be right-handed. You go to a store, there's 100 guitars, and one of them or two of them is lefty, and the other 98 are all righties. It's like, it's just one of those things where you're probably better off actually learning right-handed, just so that you have the access. You know, if you happen to be somewhere and they got a guitar and you want to play something, you can't if you're. So that's my one. I played right-handed golf. That's only because I didn't have access to lefty clubs, but I had people that were willing to take me golfing. So you play righty. So that's basically the only thing righty that I do. Although I can swing a bat now, both right and left. Feels kind of the same just because of that golf swing. I am regular foot, not goofy foot. Skateboarding. What's up, Bob Tism? Bob Tism skates goofy. Donnie's righty, but he skates goofy. I'm lefty, but I skate regular. Left foot forward, yo. So, what is up? Kevin Smith and Nas. What the hell? Kevin. My man. How you doing, bud? Let's see. Marco's in here. Good day to Marco. Bob Tism. Does Ned Flanders live near you, Dong? What's up, Dong? Of course, Dylan Mallory, Mick Ranger, Donnie Bless of the Bless Knives, Laser Ghost. Hi, Mo Patty. How are you today? Let's go through here. Stacy of Stacy's Bolstered Blades in the house. What's for dinner tonight, Stace? Couple left-handed kitty cats, and your boyfriend's a lefty. Surrounded by lefties, she is. I'm a righty, but semi-ambidextrous, less the writing. Okay, who else is in here right now? Henry, hello. Trying to scroll up fast. I think I got just about. Did I miss somebody? Yell at me if I did. Xavier, right at the beginning. Here we are. Here we are. I suppose. Okay, my bad. Take a breath, soak it in. What's the good word? I got to get a hold of my man Donnie, start talking about some equipment that I'd like to buy. It's like, shut up, Dan, get your CNC running. Shut up, Dan. Why don't you get to anodizing some stuff that you need to anodize? I know. Got pretty much everything now. I didn't like my containers. It didn't seem right. I got to either run to the store maybe later tonight or tomorrow, or I looked on Amazon, try to get some good glass containers for the nasty chemicals, for like the winks or like the etch type stuff for the, and just some other things for doing when I'm doing acid etching and stuff. So I'm going to get a couple jars. I'm going to be doing a lot of channel stuff this weekend. I don't have really anything major planned, no big events or anything. I got a birthday party next weekend, but this weekend's pretty chill. Brother-in-law did come over and we started looking at some handle stuff, cut a couple pieces in half, drilled some holes and kind of did some pre-work for some pins. And I realized there's a few more drill bit sizes that I want to go get that fit some of the pins. The one I had, I thought it was right, but the pins don't quite fit through it. And if you drill a hole through wood and then you're trying to force a pin through that hole and it doesn't quite fit, that's where you're going to get those stress cracks and stuff. So I need to get a couple more drill bits for that. And start putting some handles together. I'm excited. Super excited. So much though that I'm thinking about future stuff more than the stuff that I'm currently on. So there's that, which is nice. So what's everybody got going on? Anything exciting this weekend? Who's gonna be? I think there's a show apparently. Some big Blade show. Blade Show West. Who's gonna be at Blade Show West? I will not, unfortunately, as much as I'd like to. I made it to Blade Show Texas and Blade Show Atlanta. I will not be able to make it to West in Utah. As awesome as I'm sure it will be. It's the smallest of the three. I have never been. I would like to. I know some people that will be there. Meredith, MPG, she actually lives close, so she's going to be there. I know Eric from Blade Binge is going to be there, but he does not have a booth. But he's going to be walking around. Various people are going to be there. It should be a good time. I'm going to work through the weekend to button up these builds. Donnie's buttoning up, finishing some builds. Anybody in the chat right now happen to be one of the fortunate people that are on the current set of builds, or maybe ones in the future? I'm thinking about these ones specifically. Has anyone got one coming soon? Who's getting excited about that? I need to probably get on that list. If I get on there now, by June or July, there's a show? Oops. So Dylan's not going to be in Utah, looks like. Anybody here going to be there? What's up, Thomas? Projectiles are sharp. What's up with you? Check out the Vosteed Parallel. I don't really check them out too much, Thomas. They are dirty to me. I could probably look at it though. I haven't really looked at, honestly, there's so many good things and they might have some good things out, but I have not opened up their site in months. Like in probably way more than months. There's so many great companies out there that, you know, that it's like, yeah. Anyway, not looking to talk negative. And I'm sure it's great. They've got some really good stuff, but some of the things there, yeah. Anyway. See this one here? This is kind of in that family. Not a total hater. I mean, this isn't mine. This is Kevin Smith and Knives. What is this? The Tyconic 1? The Tyconic 1. Definitely a Vosteed like design. You can see that top liner lock, the look of it. This is a smaller one though, and I don't think this one is available anymore. Anyone is that correct? The Tyconic 1. I don't even know if they still. Someone was saying they might not even be still in business. Their website is not up. Their Instagram is, but their website does not open up, so their links are not working. Definitely a nice smaller knife. Got the forced 3 spots for your fingers, but for my hand, they fit in there really well. Matt Maurer, what's going on? Alex Kerber, busy watching the video I posted, missed me going live. Sorry about that. If you got any comments on the video I posted, though, feel free to throw them in the chat. I'm excited for a lot of new stuff coming up, and I'm looking for feedback and positive, negatives, ideas, everything. Fun story. Bought a knife from Joseph at Fire Hardened Blades the other night. Called me the next day, said he was going to be in my area opening a pizza store. Invited you for a pie. Well, that's cool, Bob Tism. What are the odds of that? Kevin Smith and Knives. I didn't know that. Didn't know what? Something about your own knife here? Tyconic 1? Yeah, if you open that up, their website does not open. Their Instagram does, though, but I don't know how current it is. But this knife is Kevin Smith and Knives knife. That's kind of weird to say. What's up, Jonathan? Kathleen Smith in the house. How is Kathleen doing today? Very nice little design, nice little shape. It feels good in the hand. This could be a nice little small daily user. Dual grind. which is kind of interesting right there, that little secondary type of a grind just on the end. Whatever. The I do also notice that the button actuated liner lock, you can see on the back here, if I focus it in. That is nice, but what I notice, if with the right hand, it's a little bit easier with my thumb to push it all the way down, but it seems that you really have to give it a little bit more pressure down since you're pushing that liner in and it's smaller. It feels like not a lefty. Oh, I'm a lefty. We're not reversed. Everything should be straight today. But this is the standard righty. I'm a lefty. It looks just a lot like the RS Chaos. The liner lock, everything about it. But when I push this button with my index finger, it seems a little bit harder. It's like you have to push it down pretty far to get it to go. I'm not saying that's a big negative. It's just the one thing I kind of noticed about it. Check out the recently released Spartan Blades Willow. I am definitely interested in some of the input on stuff like that because I'm in the market for buying some knives. I did pay Fred for the remet, so I'm all clean and clear on payments that I owe or anything like that. And I am in the market for some new. What it do. Sure. The clip cannot be changed. No. Which is weird. I mean, whatever. Fine. I'm kind of used to it. But when you make like a button lock or any type of a ambidextrous kind of a design, it's like be sweet if you could swap that clip. Swap that clip. And it's an additional hole. They could have made it coming out of that hole or something like that and then found a way to do it on this side. But as a lefty, I'm kind of used to it. Okay, Spartan Blades Willow. This is twisted. I need to fix my screen. This is not... Oh, did you send me... You sent me the Instagram link to this, right? I believe I saw the Instagram link to this just a little bit ago. Yeah. If it wasn't you, somebody else did. I believe it was Thomas, though. That new dude. You know. Fire hardened blades. I feel like I've heard of them, too. Let me grab that before it goes away. All right. Can I back this up or do I have to? Why don't they just let you, I mean, come on. Let me back it up and just watch it like a video. It's just a frustrating thing about Instagram. It's clean. That's the Spartan Blades Willow. See, let me skip. It's just so frustrating. Why do they have to be like that? It should just let me be able to like skip forward or skip back. Anybody picking one of those up? I think it's nice. I'm not huge on the naked. Is that what you call that? The kind of naked or skeletonized handle with no handle on it. It looks fine. Not really as much my kind of a thing. It'd be like, oh, now I'm looking, what do I want to wrap that with? Or what do I, or, you know what I mean? That's my first thoughts. Okay, fire hardened blades. I feel like I've been here. I want one of those. I want that machine. I want one of those too. Well, wait, what is this? This is a small. That's a tiny little. I suppose it's just for heating it up, just for heat treat, maybe. Suppose you don't need it as big. Who's got something from fire hardened blades? 185 for these base models. I feel like I've looked at these once before. I like the finish on there. I like that quite a bit. I'm a fan just of this heavily stone wash or acid etch stone wash kind of a look. So it's Magna Cut 60 to 63. Is that a little low for Magna Cut? Can we do away with the rock pattern accents, please? Dylan doesn't like the faceted handles. Snail Trail Dale, what's up, dude? What I got me a pair of 3 Rex 45, Sage 5 Rex 21, and a Griffith Co. F3 micarta inlays. And didn't you just pick up that drop bear with the 20 CV? My buddy Dave's got one of those. It's a good one. Sorry, I got excited. Rock texture, you know, yeah, I really don't have anything. Almost next to nothing. That auxiliary manufacturing fixed blade kind of has some facets on the side, but not around the edge. Dan, do you like Kydex or leather for a fixie sheath? I mean, I'm always gonna say I think I like leather more, just because of the just you know, like just a nice leather. It's got that smell, that rich kind of natural feeling over your Kydex, you know, or you just have that plastic sheath. I mean, sure, you can put a nice Vero clip on there and make it cooler. I guess I would say if I had to like make a preference, I would say the leather. 100%. Something about the naturalness quality of it over the kind of the plastic of the Kydex or whatever. But I don't mind this. I have a couple knives, my Milita. This one's for my you know, that knife. My Kubi Quaken, smaller fixie, but one of these for that, I don't mind it at all. But I definitely think leather is better. Conditioner is better. He hand grains every facet on each knife scale. Sure, and I saw someone doing that, and I thought it kind of looked fun. Then I also kind of looked at it as like, oh, that's like the way to do it. So like if you are having issues getting a good edge or something, you can now just throw an extra facet in there. Oh, there's a little this or that, a little ding or a blemish, imperfection. Just put another facet right there, and you can just hide so much more with it. I'm not saying that that's what people with the facets like that are doing, but I feel like if I was worried about getting a good clean back edge and having it be perfect, it'd be like easier to just go and just make some facets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all of it takes work, but I would say like to make something perfect. And when you look up that edge, it is literally dead on, just clean versus, oh, I'm just going to go in there and be like, you know, and you're just like, it kind of looks, all right, now it's good. You know what I mean? I think you can get away with more with that. Did you happen to see the best EDC axial gear shift collaboration OTF that will be dropping tomorrow? No. I am out of the loop. The last week or two, any little underground, I need to be put in said loop. Help me spend my money. Okay, looking to buy. Where am I looking? Axial knives. Shift OTF best damn EDC exclusive. Coming soon. Okay. This one. Join the wait list. I would assume this is the one. That looks pretty gnarly. What is that button, Ultim, or is it just gold? It's got to be metal. It can't be. I would assume it's not. It's got to be gold. Back up. How big is it? Ooh. I like the blade shape. Oh yeah, see there's the gold accent on the clip. I like that blade shape for sure. I am going to sneeze. Now that I've told you I'm going to sneeze, I am most definitely not going to sneeze. What's up, Ramsey? Silent. Chris Hinckley. I like the look of how Kydex can take up less space, but I don't like how it can dull an edge if not done perfectly. I also feel like I've had some, it scratches the blade. It can, or you know what I mean? Or like maybe not scratch, but scratch the surface of the blade. I had a couple Kydex sheets. Like every time you put it in there, you take it out, you can see this line that's trying to wear on the side of the blade. If you've got like a coating or something on there. Oh, that sneeze is like right there. What's up, Ron Crow? Say hello to my little friend the like button, says Ramses. Can we get some likes up in here? What do you say? Looks like I have 6 out of... I'm going to refresh that. There's no way I only have 6 likes.
Ramses Silent became a member. Ramses Silent celebrates 2 months of membership. Smash the like button. Only you can do it.
I'm gonna do it. How about this? Let's get it rolling. Paul might. Paul's not even in here. I know what's in the Discord stays in the Discord, but there's this picture that someone photoshopped of Paul's face over the top. You know the meme where the it's the cat saying something and then it's the 2 women, you know, talking back to the cat, and they got a good shot of Paul's face, put it over the top of the blonde woman's face. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, so I try to do some gift memberships when I can. Paul might got one. Anything Emerson Waved, One Moon Collective, Blade Shooter G, and Full Fire. Welcome. Shit got weird. What got weird? Who got weird? I'm weird.
Snail Trail Dale became a member. Snail Trail Dale celebrates 8 months of membership. That drop bear I got is for sale. If you interested.
Smash that like button. Only you can do it. So Ramses for 2 months. Thank you so much. Just checking my echo. Sounds like I don't have one. That's great. So Ramsey Silent, thank you for the 2-month membership at the gas station level. I appreciate that. Congratulations to those who got the memberships. Um, Grateful says for pocket carry, Kydex doesn't really do it for him. So, moving forward a sec, Snail Trail Dale, 8 months at the gas station level. Thank you very much, Dale. And he just picked up a drop bear and now he wants to sell it. Not liking it or what? 20. It's you got the 20 CV drop bear with the camo carbon, the black and the green and the yellow. I like my drop bear. It's a good knife. Wasn't suiting to your needs, or just found something else you're looking for, or why are we all of a sudden now getting rid of it? I want to know. All right. I just like it, but the like button, find videos I want to see but don't have time to watch. I know there's probably a better way to accomplish. All the memberships lit up with a glow effect. I missed that. Huh. What's up, Ground Fog? J1 Dubes? How's it going? I don't like glass breakers on the backs either. I think a glass breaker is kind of a good thing to have in a car, like an emergency situation, but I'm not really a fan of them being on knives. Anyone like glass breakers on their knives? I know that part of the video, if anyone saw my video from today, I only posted it about a half hour before the live started. But YouTube is definitely, I mean, ever since the beginning, they've always, I get little emails and alerts and they're like, oh, you should do this, or you should try this, or oh, we've got a new feature, this, try that. And they're really kind of pushing the membership right now, where with like exclusive memberships, they're trying to convince me that I should be doing a live stream like this. And then I should be clicking this thing that says, oh, in 5 minutes, it's going to turn into a members only exclusive live stream. And anyone who's not a member will get booted off. Like they want me to do this. I don't want to do this. I feel like giving benefits to a member, sure, like I try to like praise that.
Stacy Bolstead Blades became a member. Stacy Bolstead Blades celebrates 15 months of membership. Wow. Smiley cat face emoji. Gonna be DBL live tonight, Bees and Keys alive.
Oh, Bees is doing a Kaiser live tonight. I did a Kaiser live once. And he's gonna get a lot of views from that. You're gonna pull them all away from my normal Thursday live. Okay. Do what now? Sounds great. Do it. Paywalls are great, says Marco. Marco, you're on this side of the paywall. But it's funny because like when they were recommending shorts, I did shorts and the shorts would take off. Then they recommended vertical lives, and as soon as they started doing vertical lives, they really just blew them out there like just crazy. Then they were, I haven't really done it, but they were recommending long format shorts. So like the shorts now you can do up to like 3 minutes or whatever it is. They were telling me, oh, you got to do these 2 to 3 minute shorts. I actually wasn't doing that. I'm thinking maybe I will make a few and just gonna see how they do. But they're now pushing this membership thing where they're trying to get me to get more memberships or to be more exclusive with members or whatever. And I don't know. I mean, I don't even have this monetizing right now. Let's talk about that right now. When I do the live streams, I do not have my monetization on. I get to choose. Before I vertical live, I can turn it on if I want. When I do these lives, I can turn it on. I can turn it on right now. I could hit a button and make it pop an ad out right now. I could do that every 1 minute or whatever, but I don't do it at all. I don't have any monetization turned on for lives, so I don't make any money from them. 2 minute mod vids, only Dan's. Should we do that? I don't like shapy, pointy things on the back of my knives. Right. Glass breakers on the back, not a fan. Orange for a Halloween vibe. Sure. Bees on a Thursday? Yeah, J1. It's only because he's been doing these specials with Kaiser. How's that? All right. We have changed. Let's see. Now I changed my thing for my focus. I think it's not so bad. I mean, like I'm out of focus right now, but there it is. But I turned off the white balance adjust, so that shouldn't shift anymore. It seems like it's been working better since then. So yeah, I really don't want to be in the middle of a live stream and then boot people off because they haven't decided to give me money to not boot them off. I don't really like that. I may try doing the members only video, like maybe I'll do some outtake members only videos or do some where I can release my video to the members for like a few hours or like a day before it goes to the main ones. Matches the lava lamp now, right? I don't know. I know that YouTube definitely, when you do some of the stuff they want you to do, when you jump through their hoops, they kind of run with that a little bit. I've noticed, not a lot, but I've noticed. I mean, you might not see it from your end. I did talk about it in the video, but recently, I was allowed. I've known about it for a while, but recently I was allowed. Monetizing everything just sounds scummy and distasteful. I hear you, Thomas. That's why I don't even like if we're in a good live stream, we're doing this thing, we're talking back and forth, and all of a sudden, boom, commercial pops up. I can kind of pull you out of it, and then maybe you then leave.
Monetize, sanitize. Damn the man. It's Rex Manning Day.
It's Rex Manning Day. Oh, grateful. $20 from the Grateful Dong. Yeah, right. Monetize, schmonetize, right? Screw that. Grateful. I appreciate you. You are just, you go above and beyond. Oh, it's Rex Manning Day, y'all. Who's seen that movie? Oh, that's great stuff. Time to binge. How far away? Wait. What are we binging? Okay. I'm trying to. My thing jumped on me here. How much money of the membership does YouTube take? A little less. It's like 25 to like, I don't know. Like if it's, what is it? Like if it's $5, I think they get like $1 or $2 for every 5 or something like that. Maybe like 20%, 15-20%. Dong moving up the crown ladder, right? Just boom, just like that. And you know, I don't have huge numbers, so I know I don't make a ton of money on the channel, which isn't my goal. You know, that's kind of the reason that I don't even monetize the lives, because to me, yeah, sure, it'd be a few extra bucks here and there, but it's not. That's not my main goal. Is to, you know, squeeze every dime out of every single possible thing I can. I'd rather more have the right mood, have the right thing. We're doing our thing, building the family. I'm having fun doing that. And that's what I care about the most. And my artistic side is learning so much from everyone and gaining knowledge and having a blast. What is everyone's favorite movie to watch during the Halloween season? Says Thomas. I love this question. Because I'm so squirreled out in so many different things, I've been trying to set up something where we could do like a live, set up a stream, and we could watch a movie together, talk about it, chat. This is KDK's tax write-off. Paul, you just might, Paul. Did you hear, Paul? Paul, I bought you a membership, Paul. Bought you a membership. Then I talked about you. I said what's in the Discord stays in the Discord, but that clip that was taken of the two girls pointing the finger at the cat meme with your face. Oh, I love it. I love it. What's up, Brian Dixon? So, anyone watching any scary movies? Ooh, The Great Pumpkin. Charlie Brown. It did help out my taxes, though, Marco, a little bit. What's up, B Shady? So what are the movies? Anyone watch any? You can do that in Discord. That's what I was thinking, Stacy. We could set it up in Discord. Can I set up multiple screens? I can try to figure that out. And then we could just meet up in there and then just do whatever we want. That was all FOP. Yeah, well, it's the clip, the cropping of your it's just beautiful. Yeah. You should grow that hair out. Mr. Boogedy? That sounds familiar. Anybody seen that? Pumpkinhead? Pumpkinhead's a classic. It's got Lance in it. That one's a wild one. I haven't really watched too many. I watched one the other night. My brain is just Pieces. God dang it. Pieces. If you haven't seen Pieces, it's a pretty good one. It's an old slasher from like the 80s. Good stuff. Good stuff. And yeah, Pumpkinhead was definitely OG. We got the Halloween discs are coming out this year. The new Halloween disc is Art the Clown from the Terrifier movies. I've seen 2 of the 3 Terrifiers. Thought the first one was all right. I think the second one tried too hard to be gross, and I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts. I know last time Donnie was saying watch The Lighthouse, but I don't know if that's not really a Halloween horror movie. Eli Roth's Clown. I have not heard of that. Eli Roth makes some crazy stuff. Ed Gein and 4. Was there an actual movie called Ed Gein? I think there was. I know there's a lot of movies that use his kind of premise. Is and 4 an actual hitting some thunder? Is it going to rain? Splitting Slices. Jaws, Exorcist, Shining. Yep. Looney Tunes, Bug Bunny's Rabbit of Seville, or the old Scooby-Doos. For sure. For sure. A Man Called Flintstone. Would be awesome watching a movie and talking to see what others think, but I don't have Discord. What if via YouTube? Well, that's the problem, Jonathan, is through YouTube. Then it you have to be careful because I don't monetize the live stream anyway. So if when I live stream at Putting League, there's music in the background, and so then that I get an alert saying I cannot monetize this video. There's copyright music on it, and if I do, the money will go to the copyright music. So with a live stream on YouTube, if I don't monetize it, then it's like it doesn't really matter, because even if I did and it went to them, I could care less. But I feel like you wouldn't, if we're watching slasher movies and stuff, you can't have that on the screen. So then if we're watching it and there's a horror scene, or you know, a nude scene or whatever. You know, the scenes that you see in these horror movies, you can't really show that on YouTube. So then it might get pulled just because it was visually there, regardless of like a monetization type of a thing. Does that make sense? Alien 3 was not terrible. Fight Me. It was okay, but that's when it really started going downhill, Bob. Aliens were both really good. Oh, that's why you said and 4. They're okay, but it's like I need to watch Alien Romulus. I've heard Donnie, didn't you say you're watching it? Yeah, Lighthouse isn't really horror. House of Wax, the original. Rob Zombie's 31 was decent. A lot of Rob Zombie's movies like 3 from Hell or Total or the Total Rejects, whatever. House of a Thousand Corpses, not bad. 1982 Creep Show is really good. Phantasm. Who's seen the Phantasm movies? I need to get a Phantasm ball. I'm sure. I mean, a Phantasm ball would look good right next to my Lament configuration, right? Phantasm's definitely an underrated one. I love those. They're great. You know, Prometheus was actually an interesting movie. It had issues, but there's some things. Event Horizon is straight up gothic horror in space. Love it. Paul Mills, Uncatholic. Excellent. Excellent choice. In the Mouth of Madness? Yes. Yes. Wow. I'm getting jumps in my chat today. I don't know why. And I'm trying to keep up, and then I got to back up and then roll back to it. Who's seen the 1991 film People Under the Stairs? That was a wild one, Thomas. I've seen it. I think that's a good one. That one's strange. Strange. Your whole family saw Event Horizon together in the theater. Ooh, that's fun. Ooh, you saw that movie in the theater? That's pretty wild. Talk to Me and Bring Her Back. When were those from, Paul? Texas Chainsaw Massacre says Splitting Slices. That's definitely one of the top ones. That's one of my favorites. I have a picture of it right up over there. I've asked people. Tape. That's one of the walk-up scenes from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Fantastic scene. Fantastic movie. Got this one, of course, right here, which is an obby. The end of Friday the 13th, part 1. I'm definitely Friday the 13th, top of my list. But which one? Saw People Under the Stairs in the drive-thru. That's great, Stacy. I miss drive-thrus for sure. You have 7. You're 15, and you're the second oldest out of 7. You have a total of 6 brothers, sisters. That's a big family. Saw Events Horizon in the theater too. Oh, you guys saw some good ones in the theaters. Last House on the Left. That one's pretty gnar. I did not see Alien Earth. Too much retconning. Of course it's a booty shot. That's one of the best shots. That shot is great because she's sitting on the bench and she gets up and it's from underneath and to the house. Awesome angle. Great scene.
Truly a sight to behold. The man, beaten. The once great champ, now a study in moppishness. No longer the victory-hungry stallion we've raced so many times before. But a pathetic, washed-up aged XC.
Boom. Christopher Hankley with the $10 and the meaningful quote. Soak it in. Thank you, Chris, for the $10. I appreciate it. What's he talking about? Mick thought People Under the Stairs was horrible. Ron Crow says, drive-in? What? Yeah, drive-ins were fun. They used to be like double features too, so you'd go in and you see a couple of them, and you'd tune in the radio. A couple of them I went to had you tune the radio to, like, it would give you the channel, and that channel on your stereo in your car would play the sound for the movie. Were they all like that? Nothing better than a booty shot. Mick, I kind of liked People Under the Stairs. It's a weird one. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I just couldn't get past the first episode. Yeah. Okay, so you're talking about the new Alien series that's out, and like too much. They're showing the alien too much. One of the best parts about it was like the first movie, second movies, you hardly ever saw the aliens. It was always like in dark, wet, dimly lit areas, not like in the middle of the daytime out and we're teaching the dog tricks kind of a thing. Weird. Texas Chainsaw was based on the events in Wisconsin, 30 miles from your house, with Ed Gein. You live right by where the whole Ed Gein scenario went down? That's pretty crazy. The Howard Cosell. Truly a sight to behold. The man beaten. The once great champ. Now a study in magnificence. Like that. Neil McKenzie donated $2. Woo! Flushed. Thank you very much, Neil. Yeah, we were trying to do a little Howard Cosell. It doesn't translate as well without the Howard Cosell. Howard. Truly a sight to behold. The man beaten. The once great champ. Yeah, I need some work. It needs some work. Not bad. I appreciate you guys, though. Definitely Chris, $10. Neil for the $2. Much appreciated, guys. Cabin in the Woods is hilarious. Yes, Donnie. Cabin in the Woods is great. If you haven't seen Cabin in the Woods, I really love everything about that. Just the whole... It's just a silly movie. It's just a silly... But I wasn't expecting that when it just jumps right in. You got the two guys that work in the facility. It's like, what is this all about? It's good stuff. Definitely good stuff. Stacy Bolster Blade says Hellraiser 2. I almost like Hellraiser 2 more than Hellraiser 1. The myth, the legend. Cabin Fever was filmed 20 miles from Grateful Dawn. It's from Better Off Dead. When they're about to race, the guys, like, they're gonna race them in the car, and they pull up in the car next to them, and the dude, yeah. Tucker and Dale versus Evil wasn't bad either. But yeah, Cabin in the Woods is definitely a fun one. Favorite horror movie was hilarious. Army of Darkness. Those are all the good ones. Like Evil Dead 2, which I think Evil Dead 2 is probably the better of those. Army of Darkness is great. Did anybody ever watch the series? I heard the series was good, but I didn't get to it. I still should. You snowmobiled around the cabin for Misery? Yikes. Tucker and Dale. I'm going to have to watch that one again. Shaun of the Dead. That one's a good one as well. For sure. Comedy, sometimes if they do it right, comedy horror can be really fun. You trick the family into thinking it was going to be pure horror, and then they watch it and they're like, man, this is ridiculous. That makes it fun. That makes it more fun. I like those. What's the one? Um, the other zombie one, Double Tap. Um, it's by Lake Tahoe, Donnie. Ash versus Evil Dead was good. Then says Paul. I'll have to check that out. Exorcist was a mess. Definitely a messed up movie. That one's pretty freaky. She did a good job at that. What was that stupid movie? There was two of them. Woody was Harrelson was in it. It's just dumb. It's just a dumb zombie movie with comedy built into it. I thought it was actually pretty funny. I actually watched the second one too. The second Zombieland, yeah, and Zombieland 2 wasn't terrible either. They're dumb, and that's why they're kind of good. So it depends on the mood that you're in. I've seen some movies that I thought were really dumb I didn't like, and then I watch them again, and then I'm like, wow, that was really actually good. There will never be any more what? Oh, the Ash versus Evil Dead. Sad face fronting facing chick. Mm-hmm. Mick thinks Exorcist is the scariest movie ever. I gotta pull this out again too. It's kind of hidden back here. This is still one of my favorites. Stage fright. This is a scene towards the end of Stage Fright. The killer is the guy with the, obviously with the axe and the owl mask. How many scary movies have they made full now? Oh, the scary. Aren't they making another one? I heard they're making another one and both the girls are coming back. The two girls that have been in just about every one of them, I can't remember either of their names right now, but I heard both of them are coming back. Watched Dracula Untold last night. Not really a horror movie, but it was good. When did that one come out, Chris? Dog Soldiers was pretty good one. That's a fun one. Return of the Living Dead, super stupid, but love it to this day. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Return of the Living Dead is definitely awesome. And any movie with Linnea Quigley in it, I mean, she did it. Friday the 13th was scary. So Mick, what's your favorite? We might have talked about this before. What's everyone's favorite Friday the 13th and why? Actually enjoying Interview with the Vampire series? Oh, I totally forgot that was a series. I like that movie. I like that premise or that story. So you like the series, Donnie? Maybe I should check that out. Yeah, the scary movie that's a parody of Scream. There's like 5 or 6 scary movies, Gabe. Yes. And they are making another one. Anna Faris is the one girl, and then the other girl. Like, they were in at least 2 or 3 of the scary movies, and they are making another one that's coming out soon, is from what I notice, from what I remember seeing recently. Omen was scary. Who names their child Damien? Right? Ballad of Buster Scruggs. I've seen clips of that, but I've never actually watched that, Neil. I've seen a lot of the Howlings. What was it? Even one of the Howlings that came out maybe 10 years ago, like 2015 or something. There's a Howling that came out. That one was even decent. 2014, and it's about Vlad the Impaler. I would totally watch that. First Friday the 13th was the only one you watched, and it was pretty saucy or scary. Mick. Original stupid scary werewolf movie. American Werewolf in London. all the Friday the 13th run together. Number 3 with young Corey. I think he was in 4 was the first one. 4 was the first one with young Corey. And then he was at the beginning of 5. But not, I don't think he was in 3. Pretty sure. The Cursed. The cover art is Silver Fangs. That sounds familiar. Who's in it? Did it get redone? Oh no, there it is. 2021. It's a good one. Queen of the Damned. American Werewolf in London is a classic. And The Omen is pretty spooky. This topic is out of my element, says Dylan. Aaliyah. Yeah, Aaliyah was in that movie. Queen of the Damned. Before she passed. Poltergeist. The original Poltergeist. That was like back when a movie could be rated R. And I mean, not rated R, rated PG. And they could swear, like could say, they could swear multiple times. They could show topless a couple of times. And like Poltergeist, dude peels his face off in the mirror. Like that scene alone is like crazy. But what was allowed in like a PG movie back before PG-13 even existed? Poltergeist was legit. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, that one's totally like a lot of people talk about that one because it's not, Mike Myers is not in Halloween 3. There's like a dozen Halloween movies and Halloween 3 is the only one that he's not even in. It's a completely different story. They tried to go a different way with it. But if you were to not have called it Halloween, not had it related to any, or because it isn't really related to any of the Halloween movies with Mike Myers, it's actually a good film on its own. But people were more mad at it because it didn't have Mike Myers, and so then they didn't give it the chance that it deserved. But I submit The Season of the Witch is a good one. Once Bitten with Jim Carrey. Now that's fantastic. That's like, was that Jim Carrey's first movie? That's a funny one. And there she, was like at the, without spoiling a 40-year-old movie, but the vampire, she wants him for her own, and but she needs, a virgin. So then what does he do? His girlfriend takes his virginity at the end, and sorry. You get along great with my mother. She loves scary movies. Yeah, Mick. I'm always down to talk to people about horror movies. Here we are, been in it for an hour. Want to see some knives? Sharif Manganis? Paul, is it Manganis or Manganis? I think it's Manganis. I mean, I've never met Sharif. It's Sharif, right? In the video, I believe I said it was Sharif Manganis. That's what I thought it was. I never want to pronounce someone's name wrong, but he designed a cool knife. This is from Kevin Smith and Knives. I haven't watched TV or movies in 8 years. Stacy. I mean, if you're busy and you're doing stuff and living life, that's fine. That's, it's sometimes sitting down and just kind of sucks out time from you. I haven't been able to watch many shows or things lately because I've been busy doing other stuff. And before I started the channel, I'd play some video games, and I realized it was like you spend all this time on your screen watching stuff or whatever when you could, your life goes by. The Kaimano, great blade. Potatoes. Paul just might have ditched out on us. From Dusk Till Dawn was incredibly entertaining, especially if you watched From Dusk Till Dawn and didn't know what was going to happen. That's a fun ride. Because you watch the first part, you know, first half, and you're in one movie, and then it kind of goes, wow. From Dusk Till Dawn 2? Ugh. Wasn't there like a 3? Which one are we talking about, Donnie? Prince of Darkness? I saw that one. Well, Stacy says, other than the John Wick movies. So yeah, I've watched a few things here and there. Addicted to Blades. What's up, Blade Addicts? Listening and eating. Eating anything good? Kind of hungry already. "30 Days of Night." That's a good premise, because that's like, oh, you go up to Alaska and they have certain times a year where the sun doesn't rise, and so that's when the vampires can really get to it. Let the Right One In. I don't know if I saw that. Let me make another. I'm making notes. "2008, Let the Right One In." I don't know if I've seen that one. It doesn't look familiar offhand. Probably look better acid etched and stonewashed. It might. French bread pizza. French bread pizza. What's up, Addicted to Blades? So, you did Kevin did. What am I doing? Let's just go here. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Kevin did the there it is, that orange peel texture right there. I kind of want to test that out on some titanium. I had to find one of my knives that'd be willing to try to do that. It's kind of weird it doesn't want right there. You can kind of see it. Wonder if I bring this down. But that orange peel texture is pretty fun. I would like to try that out at some point. Doesn't look like it's too terribly difficult to do. Jeez, you guys see this thing? You want the original Let the Right One In, not the remake. Of course I do. Okay. Original. Still doesn't come up. 2008. I'll check it out. This knife looks like a frog. It looks like a weird thing. It's an odd watch. I like odd watches. I'm totally into that. B Shady back to work less than 3 in the weekend. B, right on, dude. Knock them out. Get to that weekend. Wolf Creek, that was a fun one. That's pretty kind of got some scary premises to it. Head on a Stick. Boom. What a crazy, crazy Tucson. This is Grateful Dongs. Got to send these to them in a couple days here. What a weird one, though. Pow. Right? Just an absolutely silly. But when you grab it and you hold on to it, all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute. I really like this. Why do I really like this? It feels so good in the hand. And like, you could just chop, do your things. Fun. The other Tucson. It's totally would be decent for food prep, Bob. The studs that's the biggest studs. They're almost bigger than the pivot. And then this is the other Tucson, the Hawkbill. This one's actually pretty sweet too. Thumbs out nice. Flicks out no problem, even with the frame lock there. Although I'm able to kind of hold it in a way, kind of get your thumb a little bit more on the pocket clip. Flicks out It's got this whale belly kind of a texture to it. These are deep ridges. I think that's super cool. Kind of has that bottom of a whale's mouth kind of a shape to it, right? Boom. Hawkbills. What's everyone think about hawkbills? In this case, this thing is great. This thing is super fun. I dig it. Very cool. Really enjoying my, looks like a coconut walnut knife. Enjoying the V2 here. Tri-stash. Got a nice front flipper there. Boom. Great action on the tri-stash. Got it flipped over to the left side. Got some work. I'm going to do a little customization here. Haven't had a chance to get to it. Snakes on a Plane. Just the name alone. Boom. Look at that. Front flip to beautiful blade in your face. Lovely hollow grind on there. This knife is great. Really like it. Really, really like it. And the old Horlock. This is jumping up. This one's really jumping up. I think the Horlock might just, wow. Boom. That is sick. That feels great. I love this knife. Terry, 1931 Leatherworks. It's a smaller knife, but dude. Hawkbill hollow. Donnie, can you do a Hawkbill hollow grind? Yikes. Of course you could. Of course you can. Hey, Donnie, I'm going to send you 4 blades for a regrind. Put a hollow on all these. Ah. I love it. Feels great. Who wants to see Donnie twerk that out? Did this custom on the live here. This is like a budget Kaiser, the porcupine. Look at that. This is actually a pretty fun little knife. Flick it out off of nothing. Flipper tab. We did the Halloween kind of a deal. I think I want to make it a little darker orange. Maybe mess around, add some black to it. Kevin loves it. Final Destination series. Yep. They are fun. Dank, get a grinder and I'll show you how. Donnie, we need to talk. How much money do I really need? I looked at the grinders and you can get a $200 grinder and you can get a $5,000 grinder. Where's the magic number? I don't want to get something that's going to piss me off and not be consistent. Get some wobble or something on it. Oranger. Twerking is extra. Looks oranger than it did. Yeah, it is. Because on that live, it just didn't quite show the orange as much as it was. It could be a little darker orange, but it's not bad. It's funny when you look at this angle, see how like this looks a little darker than that, but it's only because it has that liner down inside, inset into it, that makes it a little bit darker. I think we could darken this up though. Have a little fun. Magic number 25. I was expecting it to be at least 4 digits, at least. The Orlock is what I love, not the ugly ass Tucson. Yeah, Kevin, this is what's up. This is what's up. These are so nice. I highly recommend it all day, every day, any day. I could literally carry that one every day right now, and I would miss some others too, but I really just am loving everything about that. Are we getting a focus issue? Hasn't been too bad. There we go. So I got a couple over here that I want for customization. This is that Civivi shoot. Why did I forget what this is called? Grateful, what's this called again? Wow, my brain just shut off. what are we gonna do with this? It's nice and white, so we have a lot of color potential. We could do a fade or something with it. 25 to 3 for one machine. uh uh yeah. The Guile. It's a VV Guile. I like this thing. Yeah, Iceman. So we do want to do a dye to this. I'm not sure what, but we've got that white to start, so we can really get a good fade, some bright poppy colors. If anyone has any recommendations, I am all ears. Well, I didn't know we were going to get a storm. Probably can't hear that thunder the way the new microphone's been working. It cuts everything out pretty good. Then we got this one from the Dong, from Grateful Dong, the Egress. You're going to do something to this one pretty soon too. Anyone use Way of Knife for DLC coding? Says Chris. Yeah, how much does that cost to get something DLC coded? $100? Less? More? Is there a specific criteria for what can and can't be DLC coded? I am interested in that as well, Chris. Bob Tism, do you see the new X-Men series? Donnie thought it was good. This is a fun knife, though. I thank Grateful Dong for it. Can I? Yeah. Do a customization of that one pretty soon as well. Here is my Rosecraft Stinking Creek Sow Belly. I love this knife. Rosecraft really does some awesome slip joints. This is a fun one. And then the Egress is very Judge Dredd. Yeah, okay. How could we use that and make it look fun? So these are the new Rosecraft. I can't remember the secondary part of the name, but it's basically their peanut bottle. Very cool, smaller knife, strong, nice half stop, solid pull on it. And it's just like the baby bro of that Stinking Creek sow belly. Doesn't quite sow out the same, but realistically very similar. And this is a great size, but something about this is a little fifth pocket user. These are awesome. I mean, generally a knife of that size disappears into the hand really easily. I mean, just slide it right in there. But it's nice, not too big, nice little fifth pocket carry. I like a little fun little slip joint. These are cool. The Stag looks nice, very well made. Rosecraft really does a great job on their craftsmanship. Then the Blue Bone one. I almost like the Blue Bone one more. Ramsey Silent. Looks like they charge 35-ish to DLC a knife. Really? That's it? Is there like a big wait for it or what? Because that doesn't sound, it sounds like, I feel like at that price, I would see more people doing it. Does that make sense? Bob Tism says Wolverine is his jam. They'll DLC pretty much anything. You can get Just Blade scales hardware, 35 for normal size. Anyone see Sleight of Hand? Was on Netflix like a couple years ago. I have not. I probably need to watch it. Look at how cool this Blue Bone one is, though. I want to buy one of these. This is great. It's a 3-finger grab for sure. It's a smaller knife, no doubt. Not a main user. But, man, I think they're super cool. What's everyone think? I have a Case Peanut. And here's where it really gets it. Case Peanut has 2 blades on it. Right? So you got your clip and your pen. Right? And if you look close, they're both that peanut style with that kind of S curve to it. Right? Very similar. This one has the two blades, so you got the split up the middle. So this one doesn't have the split up the middle because it's just a single. Bolsters are definitely wider on the Rosecraft. Slightly beefier, thicker. And then here's the deal. Here's your Rosecraft. I'm going to try to move that. No play, no movement. Look at that connection, that seam. Nothing to go like that. You can't feel a notch or anything. Nothing's like getting stuck in there. You kind of try to get your nail to drop in there. That is a good, clean, smooth connection, and that blade does not move at all. Here's your case. You open up your case. There is a little notch right there. It kind of divots down. You can feel that. And then look at the blade play. All over the place. Every case I've ever had has a lot of blade play on it. The Peanut is a nice little fun fifth pocket. I actually enjoy this one. And so to have a version of it like this, I actually think this is better. This is cool. Thick, well done. I like the blue bone on here. What is it? D2. Nice half stop. That's a great little small little fifth pocket carry. Anybody considering picking one of those up? Or are you kind of more into the larger traditionals? I love traditionals now. I'm really getting into them more. Friday is done. Hello, weekend. Neil, let's go. You dig the blade shape on that Kaiser. Oh, on the porcupine? Yeah, that's fun stuff. Looking for an EDC for the fifth pocket. Suggestions? Well, are you looking for something like in a traditional, like a folder, like a slip joint? Or are you looking for something with some action on it, like that has a button lock or like a frame lock or something like that? ABW slip joint says Grateful. That is a really good one. Are those even available though, Grateful? Can you get that ABW slip joint? The newest Dread was amazing. But Andrew, fifth pocket knives that I like. The QSP Mini Penguin. So this is a smaller version of a Penguin. Penguin is about that size. So you got your Mini. This is the titanium M390 version with the jigged titanium on it. We have a full frame lock, thumb studs. You can flick it out. Smaller knife. I have a larger hand, 3-finger grab, but you can reach up onto that section there and then get a 4-finger grab. This is a fantastic smaller fifth pocket if you're looking something with some action on it. Another one that's one of my favorite smaller fifth pocket knives is the Civivi Baby Banter. Look at this bad boy. Got that choke up spot, give you that full 4-finger grip. Micarta on there. I added an Edyards to it. Boom. Nice action for the flick or the thumb stud. Really good Warncliffe blade on there. Great smaller knife for your hand, but you can really get in there and do some work with it. Depending, I do like this one's not really available anymore though, the Kaiser Urban Bowie. This is a fun smaller knife. But I think you're only going to find these on the secondary. These got discontinued, but tell me that's not cool. Another smaller, maybe a fifth pocket. This one might not be available anymore either, but this CJRB Centros. Dylan Mallory is in the chat right now. This is one of his designs. There are a few different versions of this available still. You could probably find Centros. CJRB Centros. This is a smaller knife, but it's got some good size to it. Nice little slicey user. You can get in there and do some work. Doesn't take up too much space. Whoops. Great little fifth pocket right there. So has anyone actually sent something to Way of Knife to get DLC coded? And should I do that? And if I do, what should I try to send them? Because I think that might be fun. If I found a knife that I like, that I want to try, you know, $30, 30 to $50. That would almost be worth it to send one off to check it out. Kaiser made a dodo also. I don't know anything about that. Kaiser dodo? Oh. Ugh. Hmm. Wow. What's everybody think about that? The Kaiser dodo? Yikes. Uh, wow. AHS? Oh, American Horror Story. Um, I have not seen the last couple seasons, but I can tell you like the first 4 or 5 seasons of American Horror Story were really, really good. Um, each season is independently unique. So one season is its own thing, and then season two has nothing to do with season one. Um, but I think the first 4 or 5 American Horror Story seasons were really good. There's a couple of them that were just great. Yeah, it baptism it did really kind of fall out. Um, but dude, even Roanoke wasn't Roanoke season 4 or 5. I enjoyed that one. That one was kind of good because it was like a ghost kind of horror story, but the ghost horror story was in the world of the series was a common story that then they had made a reality show about it, or no, like they made a movie about it or whatever. And so then they had people that played the people, and then the people. Oh, it was an interesting mix. Look at bow tie. It's one of the best EDC fixed blades. It's really cheap. Where's that at? Oh, best damn EDC bow tie. Is that what I'm looking up? It's not coming up. Is it a Bowie and you accidentally type bow tie? What's up, Cliff? Kaiser bow tie? What am I? Oh, 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 oh. I've seen this one. The Kaiser bow tie. Quiet carry fixie. What's up, Tegan? Bit late, but I'm here. Steve K is also here. What's going on, Steve and Tegan? And anyone else that might have just popped in. Great to see you. Thank you for joining us. We're just having some fun. We're actually looking up some knives right now. Quiet carry. I didn't get enough information out of that one. No, I can't find it. What did you write, Donnie? Or, I mean, Grateful. Quiet carry. What fixie was it, though? The drift is not a fixie. Knives. This isn't the way we want. It's gonna take forever. And now I just got a chat jump, so who knows? Grateful, what was the fixed blade? What fits in the fifth pocket? Now we're just falling apart. The shallows? Yeah, Freak Show is an interesting one. Jessica Hahn, Jessica Hahn. Is that, wait. Jessica, um, the older lady that's in all of it. She was in the one of the older King Kongs. Pretty good looking back in the day. Pretty good. Weighty? Weighty. Why is there no... Oh, come on. Where's the search? There's no search. I just drives me nuts. I swear, of the one thing in the knife community, websites are just terrible. They're just terrible. All right. All right. I don't know. If you give me the name that I'm looking for, I'll try to find it, but just scrolling through all of them, it won't even let me select. That just pisses me off. I don't like it. I am interested in some new. So I do want the info. I want the people. I want the recommendations so we can look stuff up. I'm totally on board with this. Baptism. This is where things go away. I thought Midsummer was mid. Dude, Midsummer and Hereditary and all these new movies, all these new horror, they're calling it like elevated horror, whatever. It's it needs work. Some of them need work. They try too hard to have good cinematography and stuff, but then the story, yeah. And I'm all for a slow burn. I'm totally for a slow burn. So, who's seen this? I'm not into a lot of the Halloween or like the themes things. Who here likes the theme knives? Anybody getting some Kaiser Halloween themed or different companies that have some themes for some holidays and stuff? What do people think? I am generally not a huge fan. I'm all down for it, but I want it to have a certain look without being too, it's got a cute bat and a witch and a whatever on it, But grateful. I'll look at the link in a sec. Kathleen asked Donnie, when do you get time to watch all these movies? Sometimes if you like unwind every night, you can throw in a movie at the end of the night and chill out and then go to bed. You can start adding them up fairly quick. Sleep is for the living. So tomorrow, the Halloween Kentucky Holler Jack release. I looked at a Kentucky Holler Jacks. It was N Valley's yellow one, super cool, slip joint, 154 cm, thick blade, fun stuff. They have a Halloween jack-o'-lantern, orange bone, Kentucky Holler Jack coming out tomorrow, 15 hours and 22 minutes. So this is Halloween themed because it's got the jack-o'-lantern on the shield right there. But if you were to ask me, this is Halloween themed done right. This is Halloween themed done right. Good looking knife. Nice little badge on there. It's orange. It's got the pumpkin. with the jack-o'-lantern cut. Nothing on this side. Smooth, gorgeous blade. I don't mind that jack-o'-lantern like that. What do we think? Theme knives are stupid. Bob tries to be nice, but no. Donnie, I only sleep like 5-6 hours as well. I wish I could sleep more, but single, no kids, no job. Well, I got the job, but Donnie's got to win. Kentucky Holler, not that bad. What's the slippy you have with the skull on it? That one's similar. That's actually in my pocket right now. That's the Elk River Easy Open Jack from Rosecraft. It's this one right here. Very similar design. So it's got Andy's skull from Rosecraft on it. Great little user. I like this knife. It's thin and slicey. Similar. But I love this notch right there. You get your finger stuck down in that notch and it just kind of locks it into place. I really dig that design. That's why the Kentucky Holler has got that design to it. But the blade is thick. Can't really tell. Maybe you can tell right here where the pointer is. The blade has got some thickness to it. I like that quite a bit. But what do we think about this as far as this is a Halloween design, 100% with that on there. Bob, what do you think about this? Bob said no on the Halloween decorations, but Bob, what do you think about this one? This one really doesn't take away from the blade all that much. I kind of dig it. Dong likes it. Wasted too much life on cinema. Gonna do it some more. It's always fun to get engulfed into a story. Cash grab. Well, Bob, the Kentucky Holler Jack is no longer available. They sold them all. It's not in production. I like it. I want one. Now they're doing a limited release of one that I like the orange. I was looking at another one that was orange. It doesn't have the jack-o'-lantern on it. But to me, that little jack-o'-lantern badge doesn't really scream like, oh, this is Halloween. And it's a blade that I like, that I wanted to get. I was like, oh, if they release that, because when I had N Valleys, I said, hey, you know, this one's kind of one that I dig, and if they re-release it, I would consider buying it. Well, I think the looks of this one's pretty good. I don't really think it seems like it's a cash grab. Grateful Dong, I like skulls and everything. Good for you, brother. No offense. Yeah. You know, everybody's got their opinion. It's fine. I have just been kind of watching, waiting for them to release one kind of like this or this. Oh, I don't, Baptism. We're cool. We're totally cool. Not even. I like to hear what everyone thinks about stuff. You know what I mean? Saw 28 years later. I haven't seen that. Then it fell apart. Yeah, I've heard good and bad things. So I don't know. I am interested in this, but okay, so here is the situation. Here's the scenario. So if this was it, I would actually maybe think, okay, I'm probably going to pull the trigger on that one tomorrow and pick it up. I don't like Halloween decorations either, but the jack-o'-lantern is cool. Yeah, I feel like as far as Halloween type of decorations, in this case, I could carry that one year round and not really, be like, it's orange. It's got a pumpkin on it. It's got a spooky face on it. Yeah. Anyway, so here is my question. Let's go to exclusive knives. at the C. Reisner Cutlery. Dank, the first 25 minutes was awesome, then it just fell apart. That's too bad. That's too bad. So, exclusive knives coming out. There is that Kentucky Holler Jack, right? They have another one in the Kieranite. I don't like the way that looks. Anybody like the way the Kieranite Ultraviolet looks? I prefer, I'll take a Halloween decoration over that. I know some people like these swirly things and stuff, which is fine. Everybody has different flavors and enjoyment, which is what's great about the world. I am not really a fan of this, but that's the other Kentucky Holler Jack. And then we got the Sugar Maple Jack. Sugar Maple Jack is kind of cool. I'm not really a fan of the shape of the handle. I do like the saw cut red. I think that's really cool. But I'm not really a fan of the forward kind of curve shape to the handle on this as much. It doesn't really, the blade, that tip looks really nice. Not really sure. But yeah, so knowing that, it's like, why waste the time with the first 25 minutes if the rest sucks? Yeah. So after the Sugar Maple Jacks, now where we're starting to get interesting, because we have the Hot Brass Jack. Hot Brass Jack. Just the tip. Trying to reserve my pennies. Have to pay Mr. Brown for half a knife. I'm saving other pennies for Mr. Bless. Excellent. Excellent reasons, Bob. Fantastic stuff. I need to buy a Slippy sometime, says Donnie. Amazing knife for the money. Did you spell that right? Rye Designs 003 at White Mountain. Copy. Tucson Rye Design. It's interesting. 89 bucks out of stock. Out of stock. I would spend money on novelty knives if I could. Appalachian Ridge Runner is sweet looking. Mallory, it's on the list. So, oh yeah, the Appalachian Ridge Runner is cool looking, but it's bigger. I'm looking for this, they are nice. S90V, 200 bucks. Ohio River Jack, it's fun. But something about this little curved little notch, I really dig this. Look at the Hot Brass Jack. So almost the same as the Halloween one, the Kentucky Holler, but the butt, the backside right here is more squared off on this one, and it has a slight curve to it. You can see it kind of swoops up, curves down, and then back up. So just a little bit different. And it looks like the clip has got a little bit longer point to it. I almost, in a way, like this one better. If this was titanium, it would probably be a done deal. I just get this jig pattern in titanium, but it's stainless, so not as exciting to me. So then I'd rather have like the stag or the buffalo horn or something like that, or a color. Even the abalone doesn't look bad. Yang 03. Okay, hold on. YINGGEO. This one is the one you're talking about. I like the blade shape. That's fun. I don't know about that handle. And I'm not a fan of when the handle gets skinny at the back like that. I'm not a fan of that. I like a chunky handle in the back. It's interesting though. What's up, Sabald? How's Sabald doing? So back to the hot brass jack. Do I like the hot brass jack more? So if I was gonna do hot brass jack, abalone or stag, I think it would have to be the stag. So let's try this. Hold on a second. That's not what I want. I want it sideways. There you go. And then we open up this one here. Okay, so if you look at them side by side here, there we go. This is the way. So you can tell the holler jack is a little more rounded. It's straight. The notch is a little lower, closer to the back versus the hot brass jack. Looks like it's up a little bit closer to the middle, but still not quite. The hot brass jack has a little bit of a curve on it versus the Kentucky holler does not. The clip point is more pronounced, maybe a little more curve on a belly almost. Interesting. Do we have crazy knife carry laws in Minnesota like Michigan? There's a few. I know there's some things like I don't think we're supposed to technically carry autos, but I can possess them. A couple weird things like that, but I mean, I don't know. You read it in one thing, it'll say one thing, and then you look it up somewhere else and it says something different. So who knows for sure? I know in Minnesota there's a lot of people that hunt and camp and stuff. So I'm not. I don't think that's one of the things that people are looking for around here. Is like, ooh, I don't know if that knife is legal in Minnesota because people go hunting and camping and stuff. You can take big knives around with you. Um, Sabald says Paul's in the house. So let's I'll do a poll. See if anybody cares. Michigan doesn't have crazy knife laws though. There's Terry. I love your knife. 1931 Leatherworks. The Horlock concept. Awesomeness. How you doing today, bud? Thanks for stopping in. Where is the... Oh, I gotta do it up here. Start a poll. Okay. Stag. Hot brass. Jack. Or... Man, Almost. What? I suck as a typist sometimes. Typist? All right. Poll is up. There's 30 people in here right now. If I could at least get maybe 20 of you to give me a shot on the poll here. We're looking on the screen. I'm kind of in between, split between the left side hot brass jack with the stag, or the right side Kentucky holler jack with the orange. Vote now. Vote now. Vote now. 8 votes. This is absolutely free for anyone watching right now. It costs you nothing. All you got to do is go up to where that little poll is in the chat, pick one, click it. Huh? Thank you, Terry. This is great. This is definitely jumping right up into one of my absolute favorites. I just dig it. Amazon won't deliver knives to your house in mass even when not illegal. I don't get it. Versus some places, they'll ship it to you even if it is illegal. Got a call from Shane today. Your thug will be done soon. Congratulations. 13 votes, 33 people. I don't ask for much, y'all. I'm not asking you to give me money. I'm not asking you to subscribe, become a member, anything like that. Just help me with a poll. I'm curious which one I want to get. It looks like at 14 votes, we've already decided. Is it because no one likes stag? Is that the thing? Because I really like stag. I think stag is awesome. Personally. Staggin' B. Staggin'. Chris voted jack-o'-lantern. How long you been waiting on the thug, Paul? Ooh, Terry. Paul's going to send it to your way for a sheath. I do want to talk to Terry about some sheath business. Also, Terry, I saw you got some like butter, wax, oil, butter, something like that. Couple more seconds here. There's still at least a dozen of you don't seem to want to vote. You want to lurk? That's fine, I guess. Then why are we voting? No, I like them both, Kevin. I like them both. It's like nobody seems to like the stag, and I'm wondering if it's specifically, like if they were both orange and you were just going by knife shape, would it be more even? Or is there really legitimate people think they like the design more of the orange one? Still got to wait 6 more weeks for the knife rates custom. You like the shape on the, you like the slightly less clip on the jack-o'-lantern. It looks like the point is more for getting right into a spot for doing work, a little bit better than the hot brass. That is true. I like stag on slip joints for sure, Paul. No doubt. Dan, hit me up. We can talk about sheaths for sure, dude, for sure. But what, Terry? What was the name of that stuff that you started making? I saw it. Do you have a link? Anyone have a link? I can put it up and share it even. Why plastic on your dad's knife? Well, neither of these are plastic. Or were you talking about something else? We've got bone or stag. I voted stag, but I like jack on the jack. Actually, jack-o'-lantern on the jack, that is kind of a fun one. Bolt butter. Leather conditioning balm. But you can use that for conditioning everything in your life, right? Bolt butter. What is the name of the website? I want to share. Donnie prefers the straight back on the orange one. I agree with that too. Something about the curve, the S shape on some blades, I'm not as much of a fan of, in a way. The jack-o'-lantern is pretty badass. What do I type in? 1931. Can I get the link off of your Instagram? Is that where I saw it? Terry? Dad style knives. Dad never had plastic on his knives. Don't mind me being nostalgic. Yes, I like old school stuff. Dad style knives. Oh, let's take a break for a second. Look at Donnie's work. Look at that hollow grind that Donnie did. Oh, Donnie. Stacy likes the clip point more on the Kentucky Jack. I'm kind of feeling that way as well. Here it is. Double wide EDC. Here's Terry's stuff. You want to get a slip, something, a wallet, some Terry swag. Where's that butter? Oh, here it is. The Bolt butter, leather balm. Who likes a good leather balm? I submit everyone should go buy some of this for $6. I need to buy some. All right, where's my... There you go, in the chat. Works on leather, wood, micarta, steel, skin, food safe, beeswaxed, fractionated coconut oil, Bolt butter, $6. Do it. Why wouldn't you? Looks like an Aries. Which one looks like an Aries? Yeah, Hate Nate's giving praise to the Orlock. Dude, the Orlock, I just gonna go ahead and say I love this knife. I love it. Boom. Hate Nate speaks truth. By the way, hello Hate Nate. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Always nice having Hate Nate up in here. Boom. And his logo is the best in the business. That is a great logo on there. Just a great knife. I like that you decided to go 0.14 on the thickness, bro. The thickness. Thank you. Thick hogs for life, yo. We're hogging bee. Thick hogging. What are you up to tonight, Hate Nate? The knife in the Bolt butter pick? It's a Battle Horse Knives H1 Mini. I'll bring that one up again here. Oop. Screen grab. Yeah. Cool stuff. Check it out. All right. Grateful, did you send it to me on here or no? Grateful, you said you sent me a link to something, right? Must have been on the... Let me look it up quick here, please. Yes. Discord, probably. The old Discordian. She blinded me with science. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I'm gonna demonetize myself. I'm not monetizing though. Gotcha. What am I looking up? The weighty. Quiet carry. Ooh. That's fun. I can dig that. Vanex Super Clean. 239 bucks. I almost like that. Wow. That's fun. Anybody pick one of these up yet? That's a nice looking. Ooh. Deep carry. Huh. Look at that. It's completely gone. Wonder if that stays put when you are able to take it out without taking the sheath out with it. I like the shape. I like the shape quite a bit. Girth. Price was too high for this fixie. How long is it? 5.6 overall. It's tiny. It's tiny. D-Metal, what up? Love what you did there with the wallet names. Marilyn, Herman, Eddie. Yeah? Yeah? Very good. Solid. And his logo is fantastic. That's real deal stuff. Well, we have 24 votes, and it is definitely leaning on the orange Kentucky Holler Jack over the hot brass. What would happen if I had picked a different one? Why won't this let me go back? That's rude. Oh, because this is the one that I opened in a new. Like, what if I were to have picked this one instead? Would that have changed people's minds? Paul has warped my brain on chodes. Dude, chodes are fantastic. Chodes are fantastic. Gnar, Narchar, Narchar. What's happening, Charlie? What's up? Ew, Orange G10. What's Orange G10? Orange G10. That's Orange G10. Looking at blade shapes. Oh, I love chodes, though. 1931. He's like, I don't really like either of those knives, to be honest with you. I'm loving these knives, personally. Something about this slip joint. I have this one here. This is the Elk River Easy Open Jack. As soon as I got this, this has become kind of one of my main secondary carries. I like that ring finger grab. It's about what everyone likes. Yeah, Sebald, exactly. What do I like? That's why I was kind of at a point where it's like, okay, I am going to get one of these. I'm definitely going to get one of these. But I wasn't sure on whether or not I liked the Halloween style. It's blown. which is cool. The orange bone looks cool to me. I don't mind it, but I was kind of just curious what everyone thought. So there you go. I'm going to end the poll. 25 votes. I appreciate everyone who voted. Gosh darn it, hot air, hate Nate. I like the lamb's foot with the skull. This one. With Andy's skull on it. Yeah. This one's cool. I like this a lot. That's why I was like, well, you know, I don't want to carry this one every day. And I had the Kentucky Holler Jack, the yellow one, that belongs to N Valley from his pass. And I just fell in love with it. And I got this one and like, you know, I could carry this as a secondary knife on a regular basis. I don't always want to carry the same one, so another version. Plus, the Kentucky Holler Jack is like way thicker. The blade is just chunky with jimps on it. Chunky and jimps, I mean, that is rad. Hate Nate's got the Indian head Kentucky Holler Jack. I saw that one too. That one's out of stock. Same kind of deal, except for it's got the different shield on there. Fun stuff. So yeah, I don't mind it. I might end up going for that tomorrow. I'm pretty excited. Times we live in are good. There's so many fun options out there. To be honest, I'm also looking at on sale. These. Like, that's what I was originally looking at, this one here. This QSP Orange Bone 14C slip joint. That's a cool looking knife. But I do like the Kentucky Holler shape a little bit better. I thought about picking one of these up. That's a pretty good deal. 75 bucks on that one. That one's pretty fun. But then I saw that Kentucky Holler Jack's coming out. I really almost think the saw cut, this red sawbone, I think that's a really cool texture. It feels nice in the hand. Those are great. And a decent price. This ugly green is fantastic. Totally into it. And then, you know, your Devo Stout V2s are still on sale. Go for that. Here's a secondhand hot brass jack, but I'll pay for the full on. And then up at the top, I also love this. The Finch Undertaker. Ooh, that is a sexy knife. Look at that. Finch is really nice. But I almost feel like if I were to get this, I would want it in the ironwood. But you just never know what that scale is going to look like. Is it going to be a nice chunk of wood, or is it going to be do it, Dan, do it. Oh yeah, Sabal, this isn't actually at the QSP site. This is Traditional Pocket Knives. And what happens is Traditional Pocket Knives sells a bunch of exclusives. And so these are, you know, these kind of exclusives that you only can really get there. And so right now this is all their sales. So this QSP exclusive Hedgehog, this is where, if you want to buy this particular QSP, this is where you get it. I got my Devo Knives Stout V2. Where's my bow? I picked this one up. I love it. This is a lefty Van X. Definitely one of my favorite. Just feels great in the hand. Awesome stuff. Boom. Narchar bought the Kaiser Halloween Mini Bulldog. That one's actually a pretty fun one. Got 2 Leatherman slips and a little Rough Rider knife coming. What's the Rough Rider that you got? Boom. Love it. So that's, you know, $100 off. You can't beat that price. That's fantastic. These little QSPs, you got some S90V versions too. So you get the S90V version for $125. That's a nice looking slippy. I can dig it. Man, that Undertaker is a sick looking knife. Anybody have an Undertaker? And you paid 100 less than me. You bastard. Sometimes you get the sales, you know. Devo's great. Devo's great. Here's the only Finch that I have. The Finch Nocturnal Glow Finch. I love the blade shape, the feel. Just flips out really nice. Just a simple bam, out. Feels great in the hand. And the Undertaker is a little bit bigger than this. Overall length 7 on the Undertaker. I guess it's not that much bigger. This is 6.5. So the Undertaker is basically about a 1/2 inch larger than this. But I like that it's got it gets wider at the back. That big wide butt. And it's got that gorgeous bolster lock right there. Oof. Sick. Been looking at these for a while. Yeah, $40 off. Not a bad price. Maybe I should get this instead. But it's a flipper. Kevin Smith paid $180 for your V2 Stout. That's fantastic. Ooh, even this QSP Hedgehog with the mother of pearl. That's kind of fun. I like big, and I cannot lie. There's so many fun knives out there in the world today. I like it. I might just end up on that. That's what everybody voted on. I really fell in love with the Kentucky Holler Jack when I had North Valley Neils. Undertaker looks like your 1934 Finch. Yeah, it does have a little similarity. Okay. I may pull the trigger on that one. Duly noted. Duly noted. So, we have looked at the table. Look, table out, table in, table out, table in. Woohoo. I might make one even tighter. Nice zoom in shot. Working on it. Got the microphone. I got my secondary light up so you can see that my lighting is a little more even left and right. Didn't get this one mounted to the wall yet because I haven't. Baby steps, baby steps. All right, kids. What else should I be looking for? Pillion the trigger. I love it.
You heard it here first, folks. Dan likes the wide butt. Because you know, fat bottom girls, you make the rockin' world go round.
You know it, Hate Nate. You know it. Demonetized. That whole lyric. Fat bottom girls. Woo! That's fine. We're not monetizing anyway, right? Who cares? It's all good. Get on your bikes and ride. I'd like to ride my bicycle. All right, we're doing it. Here we are, queening it up. Book dudes, just getting home. Got to eat before I fall over, but had to say hi first. My man Fook in the house. Always good to see you, bro. Real champ. Fourth from the left. I haven't seen it. Maybe. Wait. Oh, up on my table. Fourth from the left. That's the Remet Meteor that I bought from Fred the Lug. Remet Meteor. We have a M395, or is that? Let's just bring it up. Come on, give me the focus. M390 on the blade, titanium, that cool carbon fiber. It's got a bolster lock, but it's a bolster actuated button lock. So when you push the button, there goes your bolster. So I've got button action. We have bolster lock action. Front flipper. Boom. I can smell that pistache from here. I like this Remet. Really cool. Handled it in Atlanta, and then when Fred did a pass around, I was like, dude. And he's like, oh, it's for sale. And I'm like, I'm not sending it to the next person. It's mine. And it's now officially mine. Smell that piss from here. Pistache is so nice. I got to get my custom done, so it's got the uniqueness. I'm almost there. I got the clip swap to the left side. We've got this space right here. We'll get it done soon. Oh. This thing is fantastic, though. The pistache, very well done. Feels great in the hand. Really nice. Give yourself a spritz. Did you guys see? I got one of the. I got the sticker. Not all. Only the Ultim ones got the sticker. I love how you keep the words sideways and the shower's coming down, and that the knife is just like. Got an Olight O-clip in orange. The pistache? You don't know about this, Sebald? This is Tri-State's Tri-Stash V2. The Ultim version's called the Full Pistache. Got it in full piss. The Ultim yellow. Great front flipper, 154 cm, hollow grind. Hollow be that grind. Tri-State made a really good one. He had the version 1 that had the top liner lock on it. This is the version 2. You did a sticker for Tri-State, Dylan? What was it? This thing is great, though. Really happy with it. What was the other sticker I got with it? This one. Tri-Stash V2. Yeah, this is great. Good, big size, lot of jumps. Feels great in the hand. Point in a good spot. Okay, now I want it. There might be a couple still available. There was a titanium version. There was a blacked out titanium version. There was this version, and then a G10 Tiffany blue. Last I checked, there's only a few left. So if you are interested in the Tri-Stash V2, I would go on. They are only available at Blade Bench. Go check out Blade Bench. Hate Nate said they're sold out. So there you go. About a week. Although the 2 titanium versions sold out within minutes. Literally within minutes. And it was a really nice diamond textured titanium. Fantastic stuff. Awesome knife. Really glad I finally got mine. Look at this huge titanium backspacer in there too. Awesome stuff. So they are, in fact, they're gone. I'm just going to bring up the proof right now. And they're gone. Tri-Stash. Sold out. They're gone. So I don't know if they're going to do another run of them or not, but boom. There are so many options if you just want to have a knife. Yeah, you're right. But there are some when they come out. Look at that diamond texture. Fantastic. Yeah, the titanium one sold out so quick they might have another drop. I think they should. They'd probably all sell out. And if they sold all of these, why not order a couple hundred more? The thing is they probably make you order it like at least 300 or something like that. So then it like becomes like a larger whatever. But they're so well done. I would say if they did, chances are it would still do well. Reason being, it's a great knife. Action's really well done. The look at this tolerance in here. I don't know if you can see that, but you see that right there? The back spacer has that gap in it right there. You got your large gap and then your narrow gap, right? Well, if you look down in there, that blade, that's some wild stuff. Look at this. It goes down in there. I'm not getting the right light angle. There it is. There it is. Look at that. That blade goes down into that spot. That's awesome. It just sits right where it needs to, right in the middle. Action's fantastic. Nice and solid. Tons of jimps. Good stuff. Fits perfectly into that slit. Great choke up. Didn't skimp on the choke up spot either. Huge. I'm not a fan when they make a choke up spot that is just not big enough. I'm trying to find something. This one's not bad, but see how small it is. I get right here. It almost feels like it wants to bite me right there. Versus this, it's just huge. I have bigger hands, so I like that when you got a choke up spot that you can just get in there and not even be worried about it. Just, yep. That's great. I'd say that's probably one of my favorites to come out in quite a while. Although this one does beat it. Sorry, Tri-State. But Terry, look at that thumb out. Flick out. Front flip. You are a Momo. Get all up in that slit. You got to make sure. The Horlock for the win. Look at that. Poon. Subdouche. Just happy joys. Happy joys. You would think that front flipper would be like annoying or whatever. That little horn on there doesn't bother me at all. In fact, I love it. I'm finding more and more that I'm really liking front flippers to the extent that I'll have a knife in my hand that I'm sitting there just kind of doing this and opening it up. Here, I'm flicking it, and it doesn't have anything to flick it with either. Horse. And I find myself going for a front flipper often where it's like, wait, there is no front flipper. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. And so I find myself more and more, I like that front flipper, front flipper, front flipper, front flipper, front flipper. That's like 5 of my newer knives on the table here, all with front flippers. I mean, it's nothing like the Grateful Dong Tucson Chode. That's great. It's just stupid. So stupid in such a good way. Such a good way. Anybody else? It's already 8:30. Not done yet, but it's already 8:30. Um, some other new knives coming out. What are some other news? Oh, Tenable. Tenable. Yo. Look. What? Okay. I have to get one of these. No doubt about it. Look at this. Top liner lock Tenables. Look at this. Chode life. How would I name that small knife? Alligator chode? Is that a green Kaimano? Yes, it is, Rick. This happens to belong to Kevin Smith and Knives. The Tonto version. And then he did the eggshell texture on the titanium. So it's got that eggshell texture. Kermit. I'm naming it Kermit. It's Grateful's knife, so he's naming it Kermit. Sharif Manganas. Pretty fun stuff, that Kaimano. So I got to send that back to Kevin pretty soon here. Anybody get the new Tenable Fenrir with the top liner lock on it? That's pretty wild stuff. Aluminum handle. Thought about maybe going for this one with this aluminum handle. I could do some type of a pattern on there that'd be cool. I could do it on any of the aluminum handles, the gold one, but it's got those fish scales on there. That's kind of get in the way. So it's like you either go with it. Orange peel texture. I said eggshell. You're right. Orange peel texture. My bad. I like my Fenrir. I have a concept Fenrir, lefty version. These are cool. I kind of like the gold, but I think I really like the red one. Might have to just grab this one right here. Anybody pick up the Fenrir top liner lock yet? Did he dye the micarta, the black micarta? I don't know. I think this was an add-on. Kevin Smith and Knives. Oh, he's right there. You did dye the micarta. So yeah, he did customize it a little bit. It looks great. It's a cool knife. No doubt about it. Fenrir though, look at that. That's cool. Top liner. Can't beat that. You got their version of the Model 6. Tiny Dancer. So not a whole lot in new. What's coming soon? Different versions of that. Ooh, the Eagle Strike. Crossbar lock. Tenable button. I was interested in the tenable button with the frag, but now that they got the button liner, I might have to just get one of those. Oh, damn. I just got clowned by myself. New in September. Available at Walmart? Huh? They're going to do some Walmart stuff? This one here, I thought that was copper. I was like, dude, if you're going to give me a black wash blade with a copper handle, that's the one I'm going to get. But it is purple micarta. From here you can tell. That backed out shot, I thought it was copper. I was like, oh, dude. Lanyard Man! What is up, my dude? Premium Fenrir top liner lock? They might. I mean, now that they're doing it, they got all these different versions. The top liner, the button, and the frame, or the liner, whatever. This red top liner lock one with the fish scales, though, that might be the one. Look at this, available on Walmart. So it's like the Walmart website. Huh. Anybody new? Blade H Clue, H Clue. Oh, that's a button. Cryo crossbar, tenable entity, button. I do like the Loki. They got some new versions of the Loki coming out. I haven't picked one of those up yet. I'm going to ask every live until someone gives me some information. Anybody have any info on the AZ USA? I did see BEDC posted a video. He got a pass around prototype of this knife, and he did not have any information on when it's supposed to come out. It says here final product due Q4. So is the final product due Q4, meaning they've got the final design and then it's going to get manufactured, or that's when we're going to receive them? Cochise, you get a Cochise with it. So if you pre-order this for $97, you get the micarta and the Vanex blade, and then you get a Cochise, which is this knife right here. But apparently it said the gray one is sold out. Oh, you can only get the black PVD or the black satin. So this is the gray one. That's the one that I ordered. Let's see if I can add this to my cart. See, it says it'll let me add this to my cart though. Wonder why that is. They just haven't updated it. Because here it says, or that would only be for the pre-order, I guess. The free Cochise, you only get black on black or black on satin now. And won't let you add the other one. Because there was one that was green too. I would have got the green one. I forgot that I pre-ordered that. Right? We all pre-ordered it. It's cool. When are we going to get it? I just want more info. Not this due Q4 doesn't give us enough info. I mean, I paid for it. It's paid for. It's done. I ordered it. I got that and the Cochise. I'm excited for them. But I just wish I had a little more info. Which is fine. Wow, stomach's starting to grumble. It's 8:30. I'm already starving. Anybody else have any other stuff that I should look up that I should be? I have money burning a hole in my pocket right now to buy some knives. And anybody gonna be in Blade Show in the next couple days? What are you going for if you're there? I will not be there. I'll try to watch some videos or some lives or anything. What's up, Kodiak? We got that lack of memory. Yeah, it's fried, bud. We fried it, but it's still there. I still sort of remember. Kodiak sent me some photos on what? On Instagram or probably? Why do I have a bunch of... Wait, what is that? Time out. Paul Might. Paul, are you in here? Zoo Family Photo Day. Holy. Look at this. Look at these little chode blades. Look at how short that blade is compared to the handle. Paul Might, Zoo Family Photo Day. Good Lord. Look at those Homer Zoos. I've reviewed one of them. Damn, Paul. That's some wild stuff. G-Man sent me photos. I only can look at them once. Oh no, those are already gone. What is going on here? You have a Swiss Army knife with a Spyderco blade with a clip. What? Hold on. What? Why is this not unlocking? What are we looking at here? What is this? Spidey cricket blade and put it on a Victorinox. Have you seen the Swiss Army knife crossbow? Why? Why? I mean, what? I mean, okay. Huh? That's some weird stuff. That is some weird stuff. Yeah. Okay. That's some cool stuff. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Are we doing that still? Are we doing that trade? Have you shipped that yet? Oh my God. Almost lost it. So you put a Spyderco blade on a Victorinox. Anybody else ever do that? What? I mean, what? Sure, why not, right? That is a crazy. Huh. Interesting stuff. Woo! Why is it getting hot in here? 8:41. Give me 1 second. Seems like my heat's on. A little hot. Oh, I got a box or package. Totally forgot about that. It's easy. Well, I don't have um I don't really I'd have to buy the Spyderco and the Victorinox to do it. And I don't really like it's cool. It's cool. I like that you did it. It looks like a fun mod if I had the stuff to do it with, but it doesn't seem like the mod that I would buy the stuff to do it with. No offense. I have one Swiss Army knife. Don't really care for it. I don't really have any Spydercos. And if I was gonna buy a Spyderco, I don't know if I'd take the blade off of it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe. You got to look for used ones, maybe used beat up ones that are messed up that you can then salvage and then turn into it. I would say that if I found like both of them and they've both been used, and then you're taking the two of them and combining them. The blade on this one sucks, the handle on this one sucks, and you Frankenstein it. The process seems fun. Send me the stuff for it, and I'll do it. I have a package. You can modify Spidey Dragonflies for Victorinox. Cheap blade, $45 knife. Yeah. Maybe. We'll get into it. Nothing too exciting. All right, Kedbit here. Today we're doing a special unboxing live on the live stream. We're live. All right. Oh, am I disappointed? Or am I happy? Let's find out. Open it up. Let's see. As you know, I'm going to start. Ooh, okay. I'm starting to get into some handles. To avoid danger of suffocation, keep this plastic bag away from babies and children. Do not use this bag in cribs, beds, carriages, or playpens. This bag is not a toy. Mikasa, ebony, hardwood, supposedly matched blanks. I can't get it open. What will I ever do? It's like I need something to cut it with. Thoughts? Oh. Which one should I cut it with? I don't know. You've been chosen. I've been chosen. All right, here we are. Don't worry, there are no infants or babies in this house, nor will there be anytime soon. So I can throw that on the floor. All right, look at that. Okay, so I guess that's book matched, right? Does that, I mean, it kind of looks like it is. It also kind of looks like it's not. This kind of looks like it lines up. Not quite. I think it's close enough that if I did it like that, it's actually got a lot of stuff going on. Do you need a knife to open a box that contains a knife? Asking for a friend. I think this looks like it's got some nice green. See these lines right here and that dark black line? Boom, boom. There's your dark black line and then those ridges. So those ridges, the dark black line go all the way through. There's those ridges, the dark black line. So ultimately, not a bad little set. I think it would probably be best to do that on the outside of both. Boom. I think those were all like $15 or something like that. Where's my other? Hold on. few items. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and keep those good there. All right, so got some of these prefabricated blanks. Just a couple of them for now. I have more. Here's the new pieces. Those are not bad looking. I got some ironwood. Here's another book matched pair. Not terrible. Richlight, micarta, micarta, micarta. Got some G10 sheets. We're doing it. We're doing it. Them are thick enough to rip a book match scales. These? And rip, they're already. It's already ripped. I would say you could go about as thin as that. I don't have a saw. That's too thin. These I could probably maybe do. But yeah, I would say for where we're at, I'm not going to rip any of these. Just use them as is. And plus, it depends, I guess, Kodiak, when you're making a handle. Sometimes I like a beefy, thick handle. So I'd rather start with some more and rather than be so thin. Like this is pretty thin. I mean, yeah, if you were to get it, boom, boom. That's a pretty decent thickness for a handle right there. And these are thin. Versus this is definitely thick. That does not need to be anywhere near that thick. Unless you want an absolute super chunk. What's up, Fred? Fred the Lug in the house. Lurking before the Giants game. I just got these, Fred. Tell me that doesn't look like a nice little book matched piece. That's got grain shooting all the way through it in a nice way. That should be fun for a blade. But which one? This one? Maybe this one? I think this is a little too much. Oh, a little too much for the Damascus blade. Little G10 spacers, right? So like we could do something like that. Right? Sounds pretty fun because that little spacer in there to give it that look. I don't have any of my knives close by that got that to it, but it's kind of a nice little touch, little accent. I'm not as eager to work if some of the people have talked to me about flat or, you know, using G10 and the dust that it kicks and being bad. But yeah, that should be fun. I've got some of this micarta. This is a Vibe Composites jute micarta. It's got that awesome burlappy kind of a look. I got a couple of can't remember, these are like linen or like canvas micarta, or one of them's, this one's linen, I think this one's canvas. Got some nice textures to it. And then this one right here is a red maple Richlight. that has some white stripiness to it. So when you start to contour it, you get some kind of stripes to it. Pretty fun kind of setup going. I think this looks great. Actually, that looks like, no, that doesn't line up there either. Oh, no. Yeah. That almost, but it doesn't match there. I was going to say, it looks like it lines up there. That's just a coincidence. I did see one of these angles. It looked like, oh, here it is. I think that's where it was cut, like that. I don't know. Not bad. Pretty fun. For the price, Richlight is paper micarta. It burns real easy. Fred says, oh, they're starting up again. Back to the seats. Right on, Fred. Have a good one. Your knife making adventures are going to be fun to watch. Kathleen, I'm so excited. I'm so excited that I'm looking, as I said, I've been talking to Donnie about buying some equipment. Once I start making handles, you know, I need to start getting into stock removal. Talk to Aries a little bit too. I should, you know, I'm excited to mess around. The whole point of the channel and it all began was I was just looking excited to kind of be artistic and do some fun stuff. Now I've created this community, or the community already exists. I've become part of a community, an amazing community.
Watch as the Kenman cult observes their leader unpacking his wood. He does this in order to attract a mate. He says that the wood is for knife handles, but the members hear the subliminal message to enjoy Dan's choice of wood.
Thank you, Hate Nate. Another $20 super chat for Hate Nate. What a guy. That voice actually sounded fairly good for that. He does this in order to attract a mate. Would you like to touch my wood? I've got solid, dense wood. Hate Nate, I really appreciate you. Or above and beyond. Subliminal messages. I'm a product of that time, you know, back when that was a thing. Subliminal messaging for the win. Look at the picture of the Buck 110 I'm working on. For ideas for the rich lights. Oh. There's the Buck 110 that he's working on. That's cool. Fun little ridgy kind of a texture going on there. Boom this way, boom that way, boom this way. That's kind of fun. If you guys can see that. Oh, I hate that when you can't zoom in the photo in Instagram. Yeah, Kodiak, that's cool. And that also helps show off those layers. That was cool, Hate Nate. No doubt, that guy. $20. I'm buying more stuff, kids. All my money that I get, which isn't a lot, but all that I get from the channel, it goes right back into it. I often will spend more per month than I make on the channel sometimes. So I appreciate it all. Not necessary. I don't want anyone spending money they don't have to spend just to donate to little old me. But I do appreciate it. It helps out, and I will put it directly back in. I'll buy more scales, buy more materials, start saving up. I've got an eyeball issue, sorry. And I'm looking at grinders. It's gonna be a little bit of an investment, but I got that anodizing station. I'm getting a couple more glass containers. Going to start working on that this weekend. So more vertical lives, more other lives. Um, and I want to start getting into more stuff. You can do it all, Dan. You're an artist like me. Thank you, Kodiak Edge. Our leader, the Kenman. I don't know if I'm a leader. Hate Nate. I appreciate you though. I am a person. Maybe a person of your interest. I don't know. I thank you guys, but we're all family. We're all family working together to the cause to satisfy our needs of sharp things with wood. Sometimes. Sometimes. Oh boy. Oh boy. I am excited though. Way more things going on than I need in my life. It makes me have less time, and then it's like, what am I doing next? What am I doing next? As you can see, I've been buying stuff on the regular. I'm definitely the type of artist that likes to kind of surround myself with materials and inspiration. A lot of the knives are inspiration. I wanted to kind of design some stuff, make up some stuff, but I also was like, I want to learn more about what is going on in the knife world and see a lot more of the new designs. So when a new, you know, lock comes out or some type of style where you've got your button actuated, your top liner locks, your different new kind of designs. I like to see that. I like to touch it. I like to see, what is this lock about? What is this mechanism got going on? Why is this weird chody little knife as cool as it is? You know what I mean? Person of interest is usually a bad thing. Sharp wood. Sharp wood. Oof. Dude, chody knives. I dig it. And I've definitely noticed that too after all my unboxings. I mean, I got 3,500 videos or whatever on the channel now. Thousands of reviews. Really starting to see more of things that I like, things that I prefer. Noticing things on blades where it's like I would maybe change, or, building up this kind of feel of all the stuff that's out there. And I love it. I love it. Every time I see something new, I'm always interested in that. Different companies that I get introduced to by a lot of you that are just great. I know what you mean, man. I like that small knife. Dude, they're just great. And I used to, like, early on in the channel, I was definitely more about the big knives. And if they sold a large, I want that one. If they sold a big, I was like, I have big hands. I'm comfortable with big knives. And then the more knives I handle, the more some of these smaller ones, like a Victorinox, LOL. You just wait, Kodiak. Before you know it, I'll be talking to you. I'll be like, okay, I got to get this Spyderco blade and this. It'll happen eventually. But these smaller knives that aren't super large. I mean, this pack's a bigger punch. You got that choke up spot. I love this. I also really love, like, my Premium Pony Stout. Another one that's kind of one of those smaller knives that I just am now absolutely in love with. It's all about how the knife fits in your hand, even if it's small. This is small, but look at how my finger sits there. Great for draw cuts. I can get my thumb in here pushing through. It's just fun to hold on, easy to open up. The choke up spot is good. So literally, I've now kind of turned more into enjoying those smaller knives. This one here, it just feels great, even though it's not very large. You know what I mean? Also, I always kind of had a thing for the more traditional knives, but I have been falling more and more in love with slip joints. Them old school designs are just cool. And I that's what I really appreciate about like what I've gained, me personally, from the channel is meeting a lot of really cool people, being able to talk to a lot of people about stuff that I really like, and then being exposed to this stuff. I might not have ever seen this, but Paul got Grateful Dong falling for Chody knives. I got Grateful Dong having fun on the channel, so he's sending me stuff to look at. He sends me this ugly ass Tucson weird design that someone would show you on paper and you'd be like, no, no, I don't think you need to make that. What are you doing? But here it is in its existence in all its thick chunkiness with its huge thumb studs, and I just absolutely love it. I love it. Kodiak Edge has 800 plus slippies. Woo! Holy moly. That's crazy. That's about twice as many blades as I have in total. Although I don't know where I'm at. Last time I counted, it was over 4. I have gotten more. I haven't really sold too many. That's cool though, Kodiak. That'd be a fun video. Kind of a quick overview of your collection. It would probably take several videos. I'm glad y'all don't mind heavier knives and don't obsess over weight too much. Some people like those lighter ones. I prefer the beef. Give me the beef. Where's the beef? You know, I like some chomp to it. Dylan's got 3 slippies, he thinks. Coasters refinished tonight in a real nice package. Coming my way. Giddy up. Same to you. Be a good trade. Grateful only has 3 as well. Slip joints? Holy moly. 1, 2. Okay, not lockbacks though. Are we talking just slip joints that are not lockbacks? Is a lockback considered that or no? Like, does this fall under that category? Because it has the lockback. Because this is not a slippy. It does have a half. Wow, I don't have any focus. It's got a half stop, but it has a lockback. So that's a little different. Wouldn't really consider that part of the slippies or not. Slip joints though, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, wait. Those have locks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then down here, 13, 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh, we got Rosecrafts over here. 23, 24, 25, 26. I bet I'm pushing 30 slip joints. And if we that's not counting lockbacks. Spyderco Chaparral backlock for the win, says Bob Tism. Because I have backlocks. I got dozens, probably 20 or 30 backlocks too. They're fun. They're cool. I don't know what it is. I mean, yes. If you want to know what my one of my ideally, like an ideal daily driver, if I was gonna have one knife, this possesses pretty much everything I need in that knife. If I had to break it down to one, it would be something like this. But if I had to carry 2, it would be like this. This would be my kind of a carry. Or if it wasn't these, and I need to give you a different example, you know, where, you know, there we go. Slip joint and a nice folder. That's kind of my 2-for-2 pack carry. I mean, often it would have been something, you know, like this. Just that nice little small 5th pocket case peanut and like a Devo tall boy. That's going to be my type of a daily carry. I'm always going to have 2. I mean, yeah, often my secondary will be something like this, which isn't a slip joint. But I could easily see always carrying 2 or 3 and one of them being like a smaller slip joint. Time to enter the clouds. Flight will be departing in 5 minutes. Custom design with this maker buddy. Ooh, you have a custom? That's fun. So yeah. Stuff, things. Future. Kentucky Holler Jack. Remember playing this game? Oh, we're going to get the corner. We're going to get the corner. Boom. What is wrong with me? Buy it, Dan. Hate Nate. If you look right here, I can't. I have to wait 13 hours, 50 minutes, 14 seconds. But I probably will. I think that thing looks so choice. Orange is cool. The jack-o'-lantern on a Kentucky holler jack with orange bone. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I like all type sizes and all bladed tools and implements. Right, Stacy? We love them all. You want to see my custom slip joints with ironwood and burlap micarta? Yes. Ooh. That's the one that Dylan was talking about. Look at that. I love that. What a fun little design. I don't like this little corner cut on the butt. Make it wider on the butt. I told you. The blade shape's cool, though. I do like the little lines in that micarta or whatever. That's fun. That is fun. Table 1, table 2. Ooh, I gotta make it triple zoom. Call Austin. Tell him I'm the leader. I don't have any connection with that. I'm looking to just pay full price for it. I mean, is there a discount code? Do I get to use like KC10 or something like that? I don't have Austin's Connect. Anybody got it? Message him for me. Tell him to give me the sale price. I don't know. I promote. I was like, I'll buy it. I was gonna, I'll try to use like Tri-State 10 or something like that. I don't have a reward or a number for it. I should probably contact more companies. I've been so busy. Yeah, Tri-State 10, Lefty 10 or something. That's what I was assuming. I was just gonna do that and call it a day. I'm sure some of these companies, I mean, I get a hold of like Concept. They gave me a deal, full disclosure. I got Concept gave me a discounted price on the Orlock. I heard a little squeak. I need to put some oil in there. Kodiak Edge. That's fun. The micarta on there looks cool. That wood. Little tooling work on the edges. So you fabricating these top to bottom then? Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Is that full fabrication Kodiak Edge, or where are you? Is that's what it looks like to me. Tolerances for a slip joint spring seem interesting. It looks like you did a good job though. Impressive. I'd like to get there someday. I'm gonna start off with some stock removal fixed blades first before we get into multi whatevers. What's up, Daniel Smith? How's it going? Good looking blades though, Kodiak. That's kind of fun. I dig it. Okay, no thanks. Stop. Stop. No. Well, it is. Holy God, what is this? Oh, comments. Got it. It is 9:14. We have hit 3 hours and we're there. We've made it. It's been a good night. Talked about some fun stuff, kind of moving forward. Go check out my video if you haven't seen it yet. I will, I don't know, why not? Share. I don't like that. Get out of here. Okay. Grab the small link. Copy. I am slow on the draw today. Slow on the draw live. I am getting excited for some of these projects, and I'm gonna get organized this weekend. Paste, go. There's my most recent video. That is me talking in my car today, kind of talking about the future, asking for some advice, pros and cons, things you like about the channel, things I could improve on, things that you would like to see, what directions you'd like me to go. If all of you could at some point click on that link, go check out my newest video, and give me some feedback. I appreciate it, whether it's positive or negative. Yeah, Ramsey's silent. Have a great night, all. Thanks for the good times. Have a great time doing what you do. Stay awesome. Take care, Stacy. But yeah, check those out. I also do my shorts. Every day I do a short with my daily pocket check. I'm on like day 807 in a row of doing a daily pocket check. I don't ask much from everyone, but if you can go to those daily pocket checks, just watch them like once a day. Just go on what's Dan's daily pocket check. Go in there, watch it, and then leave a comment. Tell me what it is you're carrying that day. That will give me some more interaction, a little bit more feedback from people, thumbs up if you like it or whatever, and then that might help draw the algorithm a little bit more to help kind of push it out there. Feel like the community is huge. Some of the videos I post don't get very many views. Like I said, I don't really ask for too much, but if you could help out, watch some of the shorts. Give me, let me know what you're carrying that day. Give me some feedback on that most recent video. And we've got a lot of fun stuff for the future. I'm looking forward to it. I have a great time hanging out with all of you. Thanks to all the big super chatters today. Sorry if I forget some or whatever, but is there a spot where I can go back and look at that? I know Hate Nate and Grateful. Hate Nate had a couple. Can I? Yeah. I'm not sure how to go and look through those. I know it can be done, but I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. Donations are unnecessary, but very greatly appreciated. I do promise to use it all to continue to get stuff to improve on the channel and do what I can to make some fun content. But I really just like the interaction with everyone, want to continue to build a community, make some fun stuff, learn some stuff, and share some of it with all of you. Join me on the journey. Always great. Another fun live. I'll probably be live tomorrow night a little bit before MC or B's. Hope to see you there. Have a great week.